call the meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge Allegiance. Okay, thank you all for being here tonight. We'll start with personal appearances. Are there any personal appearances?
Do you need to know any information, or do I need to give you?
Yeah, you can tell us.
Okay, I'm Michelle Weishart. Been a Minot resident all my life. I just have 2 comments, and I don't necessarily expect an answer today, but hoping that you would consider concerning Oak Park. In the past, there in the loop of Oak Park, there has been a yellow line that's been painted around the loop for bikers or walkers to use, where the vehicles know that there's somebody, that there's a place for them to be driving and not be driving. And that has not been painted for at least 2 years. Wasn't painted at all last year, and I believe it was the year prior, so it's gotten very fainted. And it's down to not existent except in a couple spots. And I just think for safety of people that are using that loop while they're walking or riding the bike, if that is going to be painted anytime soon, or if that's something that's being eliminated, I don't know. That was my first comment on that. The second is the speed limit, and it's 5, which I would say 98% of the people that drive it don't even think that or realize it. And those, you can tell those that do have a nice long line behind them because people are trying to zoom around there, which I never understand why you drive so fast going through the park anyway. But nonetheless, if there could be signs more than in one spot, if there's the only sign there is right when you drive through the loop. I don't know if, I'm not saying to raise it or not raise it, but I don't think people are observing it, or is it being enforced. Not sure exactly how to do that, but if you raised it to 10, would it make people, at least not have to ride their brake the entire time around the loop? Or could it be enforced somehow so people are aware? I think it gets very fast around there, especially later in the day. I don't know if I don't want to blame it on kids or anything, as adults that are driving very fast as well. But I'm not sure. I don't have an answer for it. But if there's some way that could be remedied for the loop, whether to raise the speed limit a little bit and people will be more conscious of it, or enforce it at 5 if it's going to be 5. And there is, like I said, the only one sign is there. So if it could be in other places too, so people can actually go, oh yeah, that's right, I should be driving so fast. So those are my 2 things that I wanted to bring up concerning the
thank you. First of all, good to see you again, Michelle.
Yes.
Number one, I appreciate you coming and voicing your concerns, because it's exactly how things get done. I appreciate that. The line, yes, that can absolutely be addressed. And as well as we can certainly take into account the speed limit and signage, we can have that discussion, but I don't think those are 2 unreasonable requests.
And I believe it was last year, they did put up a speed limit, like a police sign, that showed how fast you were going, but that was up for a very short time. I don't know if people even considered it or took into account, that their own speed limit. So again, I'm not sure how you would enforce it other than, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but especially in the weekends and even the evenings when there's a lot of people around there, it can get quite fast. And I do think of that with kids that are just driving around and even people jumping out of the way. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, if there are no other personal appearances, 7.
Good evening, President Kirkhammer and our board members. Ryan Ackerman here. Light month, quite a bit of action happening through. Okay, so as we do traditionally here, we're starting out on west end construction, southeast, curve along Central Avenue. Within phase MI6, which is shown on the structural, the flood walls, see in the middle of the screen. So this here is a transportation or road, similar to what goes across 60 water plants. So that's the foundation element. There'll be additional flood wall from that location to this gate well and flood wall, and also from the other end of Roseville. I'm actually going to step back. See here, paved, relatively clean access into Roosevelt Park from west side of Roosevelt Park. So that access has been paved all the way into the parking area, and we have a relatively solid or semi-solid, I'd say, chain link fence barriers separating construction traffic from your patrons. You see here that we were able to get this area along the west side of the house paved and back into the parking area. This coming week, we'll actually be shifting traffic patterns here, kind of around by the pickle courts here. Into phase MI7, really, topsoiling, getting ready to do some seeding in the area. They're starting on finishes with flood wall. As we turn around here, see that this parking area, the main parking area for the so this is where your currently access to the pickleball court. That is going to change here in the next week or so. Our contractor is prepping for this final stretch of paving that. You'll see this concrete that's here. That is a crossing of the Magic City Express. So railroad tracks go through here, so we cross access road. Similar crossing. South side of the pickleball court. Right now, we have traffic out of this area as the contractor is performing some patching and getting ready for the final paving, striping, which is expected to occur this week. So at the end of this week, potentially early next week, we'll be shifting that traffic pattern over and head-to-head traffic on the west side of have a loop that comes into Roosevelt Park. They'll come to the area, travel along the levee, go into the main parking area out of the pool, and do an exit out on the north. On the flood wall side of things, the staining contractor is currently working his way from basically the pickleball courts to the south, focusing on the dry side of the flood wall first, try to get some finishes. One new feature that you may not recognize from last month's flight, this is a Contech aluminum box culvert structure. This is essentially a tunnel that the Magic City Express Railroad travels through, and then visitors to the zoo will actually be able to walk up and over. This was basically done so that we could have the secure zoo perimeter in place while allowing the railroad to similar to what it did in the past. So we're able to do that light grade. Around the horn here, again, a lot of just finish work that's ongoing, final grading, flood wall finishes, seating, and that type of. Within the zoo itself, we expect that ROLAC contracting will begin very soon. The eating platform, graph, the restroom that gets area that off here within the next. Additionally, about the 1st of July, starts on otter exhibit, who passed it here, but for my this pile of soil, just here. The otter exhibit will start, like I said, about July 1st, and Rolex will begin. Expect precast walls on that structure to show. In addition to that, there are two other exhibits that are currently under construction. Foundations on those are basically, and the tradesmen are now in there. That's the basic update on where we're at. My understanding is that the opening was a resounding success. Had popular, to my knowledge, the minor issues that we were able to work. Questions? Oh, I guess I will proactively talk about the skate park. A potential to do a little bit too far away. All right. So the question has come up: can we potentially open up the skate park as soon as possible or as soon as practical? I think the earliest practical opening would be toward the end of. Essentially, what we have to do is we have to allow our contractor get their materials out of there. So the materials that you see stockpiled on the west side of the skate park, this is basically the box culvert pipe from the pump station. That is park construction materials, and they're staging kind of right adjacent to the area. We want to give them some time to get that material out of there. Too hard with regard to their schedule because they are actually giving us about 15 feet of their construction site to have our two-way road through there right now. So this is kind of that push and pull or give and take with these types of issues. But what we would likely do here is extend our construction fence from north side. If you're on the north side of the pool, you can see where our construction fence is at currently. That separates the public from the construction site. You'd place a corner in here and probably run that construction right along the park and figure out a way to tie that likely up and over the public. So I think there's an option there. We'll coordinate that with our contractors, but one thing that does need to happen, park construction is going to get their box culvert. I believe that's in their schedule with.
Sorry. And with that, thank you for addressing the skate park, Brian. We've just had a few calls with the excitement of the pool opening. As you can imagine, the skateboarders and the crew that uses the skate park have gotten excited and are just looking for a date for that. So I think that we're moving in the right direction. The plan has been fall all along. So I appreciate those comments. We can continue to have that conversation with that group.
As always, we'll try to do what we can.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll move on to approval of the minutes from the May 19th meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Is there any further discussion? Favor say aye. Opposed? Okay, and approval of the bills in the amount of $19,108.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? Call the roll.
Hubda. Yeah. Hammer.
Yes.
Schmidt. Yes. Kirkhammer.
Yes. And approval of the salaries in the amount of $509,000. Further discussion? Call the roll.
Hubda.
Yes.
Hammer.
Yes.
Schmidt. Yes. Kirkhammer.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Only update I have is the 2027 budget we're working on, which we had that conversation ago. But you guys will be getting the draft copy to review, and then our 2025 audit started on Monday. requests so far these first 2 days. They're hoping to have most of that in this week, and then they're planning already to have a board presentation at the August. For some reason that work they'll go in. So I'll take any questions.
Questions? Thank you. Okay, department reports. Director of Operations.
Yeah, Park Board President Commissioners, don't really have anything to add to my report, just a couple updates. As referenced, the pool opened June 5th. It was a great day. It was nice and warm and sunny. Had a very good crowd day one. Day two on Saturday, again, had to actually shut the doors and turn people away for a little bit until people left because of that capacity. So again, overall, opening weekend went really well. And again, great job to the staff to get that opened up and running and manage a very, very busy first weekend. And obviously, we've had some up and down weather since then, but the nice days it's been busy. The cool days not as much. But again, that opened up and the construction projects around the routing worked out overall pretty well. Until you're at capacity on a Saturday, then people find anywhere to park. But other than that, I'll answer any questions. Like submit a report.
So we've been open for 11 days at the pool. How's the filter system?
Again, Commissioner Hammer, I can let Eric talk about that in his report, but what I've heard, it's worked out very well. They had a good test with that dust storm that came through.
Thank you.
Reference to the pool, Ashley pulled the numbers this morning for that first weekend. I think it was 8,000. 8,000 for that first weekend.
You say $8,000 or people?
That was people.
Visitors.
8,000 visitors.
Yep.
Holy,
Friday through Sunday.
almost as many people voted.
I don't know if they're all 18.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and then we'll go to marketing development, Ashley.
I only have one thing to update for my report. This time last week, we were at 2,695 app users. We have come up to over 200 people in the last week, so getting good use, which is good to see. Other than that, I'll answer any questions.
Questions? Thank you. Golf course, Steve.
Nothing to add. We've been busy on nice days, and we just need more nice days.
Okay, any questions? Thank you. And greens, Cami.
The only thing I'll add is we closed down 3 today and respotted some spots in it that weren't doing better here next week. We'll take it.
Thank you. Okay, zoo.
Overall attendance is looking pretty good. We're about 3,400 above where we were last year. On Military Appreciation Day, we hosted just under 1,000 people that day for free admission that were associated with armed forces. And then the only other changes that I have to my report is obviously I'm not on an animal transport today. We did decide to postpone that trip just for a little bit. Some things came up with the receiving institution, so we'll hold on to Finn for a little bit longer. And then I just want to take this opportunity to thank all of my staff and especially our zoo teams for doing all of our grounds work and making sure that we're staying up with AZA compliance so that it's not a mad dash, kind of like what we had last year. So I can answer any other questions.
Questions? Great, thank you. Mesa, Bob.
Nothing to add. Just I guess we're going to start balancing the brine on the west rink and Eck rink tomorrow. Brandon will start that in the morning, and hopefully Friday it'll be balanced out so we can leave it over the weekend, and then we'll start the ice install on Monday. We have about 2.5 weeks, so we're going to take our time, so I don't have to on the weekends since we have a limited off season. And then we will do the changeover between the Pepsi and the Eck on Monday, July 6th. So we'll start skating on July 6th. Eck rink. The Pepsi rink July 6th and 7th or 8th. Take that out for about a month and a half. And then the Minotauros will show up next Thursday for their main camp and be here through Sunday. So see them for a few days, and then they'll go home for a month and a half, and then come back in August. So we're getting close to the start of the season. So looking forward to that time. But I'll answer any questions you have. Otherwise, report for dates, and things should still be current.
Okay. Questions? Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Maintenance, Eric.
Yeah, so pool filtration is working really well. Just about it is really good and smooth operations, so good there. Pool opening, like Jared said, went really good. It was crunch time right up till the minute of opening, but attendance, what it is, great. So other than that, we're going to be replacing a section of sidewalk at Hammond Park. City flagged as safe as a tripping hazard, so pending weather, if it rains, we'll probably have to do it. And then we're going to be adding some concrete walkways in front to make more accessibility over there. And coming up here, we'll be replacing some vehicles on the soccer complex. Some overdue work there. Than that, take any questions?
Yeah, question on the splash pads. That's a broken line. Not going to fix.
So there's at Oak Park, there is a line that feeds one in particular feature, like one water feature, and under the concrete. So we're gonna try to get in there and fix it, if we have like some bad weather days or something. But if not, we'd rather not shut the whole splash pad down and interrupt the use. Wait till fall, because the splash pad's still operational. It would just be like one feature. We have the same thing going on at Radio City. Each splash pad has one line that's under the concrete that's broken or has a leak. So we've isolated that. So there's one feature at each one. If we get some bad weather and whatnot, probably not going to be used. We'll probably try to attack that, get it done and operational.
Okay, any other questions? Thank you. Horticulture, Shannon. Thank you. Forestry, Troy. Questions? Great, thank you. And rec, Tom.
I just want to add that we just finished up this past weekend with the youth girls fast pitch tournament put on by the Storm team, and that went well. And then this weekend we have Magic City Youth Baseball up at the South Hill Complex using the 2 turf fields for a tournament as well.
Questions? Yeah. Okay, we'll move right into new business. The first is the Cameron Courts liner bid.
All right, Park Board President Commissioners, Cameron Court's liner project, we opened bids this morning. I did give you some information in front of you. Little bit, couple different options on the project. There's two different ways to bid this project. There's contract one, general prime contract. We had one submission on that, was Rolac Contracting. See the numbers up there. With that, contract number one, they did not submit an electrical contract with lighting. That's a little difference in their pricing. FedServ, they did the contract number two, or contract number three, combined 1 and 2. That was for general contract work, lighting and electrical, and the alternates. So again, overall, dollars that came in with Rolac with the alternates was $771,500. FedServ's contract lump sum with alternates and everything was $1,166,400. I wish I had a different comma somewhere. So again, obviously that project came in, over what we anticipated budget. So at this point in time, I would recommend not accepting the bids as submitted and keep reviewing this project to see if we can bring something back at a later time. I can try to answer any questions. Otherwise, Jay Clevin with AE2S is in the crowd here. Question.
And Ed kind of thought this
Original estimate was approximately $550,000, and then once we dug into this overall project with lighting, a few other things, it escalated. That was not anticipated.
favor say aye.
Aye.
Up here for the Corbett parking lot bid result.
Okay, Park Board President Commissioners, we opened bids last Thursday on the Corbett paving project that we put out for bid. We had two submissions, Keller Paving and Landscaping at $337,818. Then we had Bechtold Paving at $404,380. With A&E, this project came in at about just under what we estimated the project at. So at this point in time, I would recommend accepting Keller Paving and Landscaping for the Corbett paving project. That will begin at the end of the season, so probably that second week of August.
I'll second.
337,818.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there further discussion? Do we need call the
Update. Hammer.
Yes.
Schmidt. Yes. Kirkhammer.
yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any other new business? Okay, and we already covered the updated old business. Okay, we will just move into the approval of the alcohol for 3.
Second.
Second, is there further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you. And director's report.
All right. So for those of you who were able to attend, Senator Hoven was here about 3 weeks ago now, as well as 3 representatives from the EPA office. Good meeting, good outcomes. So our timeline for clearance on this with the goal of December 31st of 2026. The 5 things that have to be completed before that time is the O&M plan, and that has been completed. The quality assurance plan, we are getting responses back from EPA. We just had a meeting on that plan this morning. That went well, so we'll get those back to EPA for hopefully final approval. We are working on the health and safety plan, which we have been working on for some time to get that to EPA. And then we will have to get the city ordinance changed to allow people to be on the Superfund site. And the goal is that all those deliverables are approved by, like I said, that December 31st date. So I am extremely confident in the direction we are moving in. I'm grateful for the governor's help in assisting in this and Senator Hoven's office. So super excited to really truly be at the finish line of this project and get. And then in regard to sales tax, with that passing last Tuesday, it did go to the city council meeting last night because that is an ordinance to have a second reading on that. That couldn't be complete until after the vote. So that was passed through the city council. And then we are also working on a joint powers agreement with the city of Minot and the Minot Park District. We met with our attorney, Pete Hinkla, yesterday. Our goal is to have that complete by the end of July. So it's done. And that's just, so the city cuts us a check to the Minot Park District. It's all on paper. We have all that ready to go once we are collecting that sales tax, which, as we've discussed, will have to start on October 1st. A few other things on the list. Working with Ashley, we have a few grant opportunities coming up. MDU has a grant that has opened up, as well as a readiness and recreation initiative through the Defense Department. So we're looking into that one. And then regard to the budget, we'll continue to work on that. Cal and Jared and I have worked on that. We've met with our department heads. That will continue to go. Our goal is to have the first reading of the preliminary budget passed at our July meeting. We can extend that if we need to, but that is still on schedule as we've presented. And just the last note, game changer, due to a delay in getting the rings. What is the game changer without the ring? We're going to have 2 come in July. So there's just a little delay on that, but we'll announce those 2 winners at our July board meeting. But other than that, I just want to reiterate the thank you to Jared, and thank you to working with Service River Joint Board and our team on getting the pool ready. There were plenty of hurdles before that June 5th date, and I think at some point all of us along the way probably had a doubt on it, but I think that having 8,000 people in attendance that first weekend just shows the major need of getting that open and the importance to that to the community. So thank you for everybody coordinating their schedules, coordinating all the openings to get it done. Really nice to see and to hear the impact that had. And spring, summer, it's go time within the park district. Every time you look, and even in our department head meeting today, the events, the rentals, there's weddings still happening at the auditorium. We had 44 teams at the Shields complex. We have a baseball tournament coming this weekend. And me and my family went out to eat on Saturday, and at the restaurant, 8 of the 10 tables, there were girls sitting in softball uniforms. And due to people voicing and voting and getting the word out, starting October 1st, the Minot Park District, that pie that's bringing in that economic impact to our community. I'm just extremely grateful we are at the place that we are in. I think we are set up to be extremely successful as the Minot Park District, and when the Minot Park District is successful, our community is successful, and that's why we're here. So on that note, I would answer any questions you guys have.
All right, thank you. Okay, commissioners.
Yes, the second thing. Oh, point.
Yeah, I guess I'd echo what Cliff said. I mean, we had our budget meeting, budget retreat, I should say, and things that are planned for 2027 are going to, budget gets approved. It's going to be a big year for 20 years. Glad we got over the finish line, and the staff deserves a lot of kudos for all the hard work and everything. I drive by Oak Park every day to work, and the other day that park close, like a little bit. And 8,000 people at the pool, that's unbelievable. Crazy. So that does show the need that what we missed out on last year by having Ryan Ackerman's video there. It's like, I don't know, it's like a park again. Got reelected, so I'm in for 4 more years. So it's gonna be I couldn't find the results. How come they didn't have our results in the election? Couldn't find them anywhere. Anyways, I guess the next 4 years I'm excited. What happened?
You won, Justin, so don't worry. The results, you got in there, so you're good to go. So
You wanted to see the percentage.
dang, I know. So I know. So Ryan, your crew, thank you for getting the pool open. I know we held your feet to the fire a little bit about getting that opening date, but as you know, attested to with 8,000 people there, it's you know, it's great that you guys worked with us, and that's just an example of you know, working together and getting stuff done. That's how important it is to our community. So thank you and your group for that. Just what they said about the tax, the half-cent sales tax. We had a budget meeting before this, and I was really dreading coming to that meeting if the sales tax didn't pass. And now that it did, it was a great meeting. I just what the staff has put together for this upcoming year, and I just want to get started on it. It's going to be great to see the project get done in public. I voted for this, and you can look and say, voted for this was going to make our parks, our recreation better in this town, and finally seeing something visible being done with that tax money is great as we move forward. So thank you to all the staff that got the message out there, especially Ellie, Jared, and Callan for doing that. I also want to give a special thanks to Beth Feldner that was heading the Yes committee. I guess you know she's committee herself and did a lot of work out there meeting with him. So I'll give it. So appreciate everybody that worked on that.
Thank you. I guess I would echo the same things everybody has said. It's really exciting time. I feel like summer is always a really exciting time around here, but especially exciting this. Congratulations and thank you to everybody who made it happen. And I'm just really praying for less wind also. So with that, if there's nothing else, entertaining.
So moved.
All those in favor say aye. Okay, and call the station meeting. Okay, are there any personal appearances? We will, for approval of the minutes for the 18th foundation.
I'll make a motion to approve the minute.
discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Okay. And then approval of the bills in the amount of $208,580.99. You can on your agenda.
I'll second.
Further discussion? Call the roll.
Hubda.
Yes.
Hammer.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Kirkhammer.
Yes. Okay, and is there any other business for the foundation? Seeing none, I will.
I'll second.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?